Everyone. Mrs. Diamond here. Welcome to our remote learning online school year, beginning of the school year at least. We will be online until at least November, could be more. We're not really sure. It all depends on how this virus takes into effect in the coming months. So we'll find out. I wanted to make this video so that you guys can put a face to a name. Um, a little bit about myself for you guys to know. This is my 10th year at Bensalem High School. I was raised in Philadelphia and went to Philly public schools and was able to student teach at Bensalem and got a job right out of college. So I've been here ever since, and I love the school and I love the kids. Some of you may or may not know me, depending if you're an upperclassman, upcoming new ninth graders. Hi, and welcome to Bensalem. Hopefully soon rather than later, we will be back in the buildings together and go back to our normal, whatever that's going to look like, schedule. So this health class is a required course. It is half credit, and you need to pass this class in order to graduate. We have schedules every other day, A day and B day. So if you look at your schedule, you will either have me for your A day class and you'll have another class for your B day class, or the opposite. You'll have me for B day and you'll have another class for A day. If we were in school, you would come to me on either A day or B day, and on the opposite day, you would go to another class. So that's kind of exactly how it's going to be for remote learning on Schoology, which is the platform that we are using. When you go on there, you will see I've actually labeled the class. If it says, let's say, 5A, that means it's fifth period A day. If it says 5B, that means you're in my fifth period B day. So you want to make sure that you pay attention to that, because it's every other day, and you want to make sure that you get your assignments on the correct days and get them completed on the correct days. I also put a calendar up in Schoology for you guys so that you can look at and see if you forget, is it A day, is it B day, I can't remember. You just go right onto that calendar, and I put it up there for you. Right now I think it's just the month of September, but as we move forward, I'll put the next months up there too as well. Just 3 things about me, kind of do like a little icebreaker. It's kind of weird because we usually do this and I'm staring at all of you, and now I get to look at my computer and I'm looking at myself. It's weird and it's awkward. But anyway, let's just try it. 3 things about me that you might not know. 1, I was born in another country, which is kind of cool, right? I was born in Israel. I moved to the States when I was really, really young. I was about like a year and a half years old. And I actually lived in Minnesota. I know it's weird. And no, I'm not a Vikings fan. Well, I am, like I want them to do well, but I'm an Eagles fan, number 1 at heart. The second thing is I have 2 kids. I have a 2.5-year-old little girl named Remy, and I have a 3-month-old little baby. Her name is Addison. So that's kind of cool. And what you'd probably find out more about me if we were in school and you could actually see me is that I have a lot of sneakers. I own over 100 pairs. It used to be more than that, but as you get older, you kind of realize things are expensive and you kind of have to stop buying stuff. But yeah, I do have a lot of sneakers, and so yeah, that's cool. One thing that I really want you guys to take a look at is your syllabus. Your syllabus will outline exactly what we're going to be going through, but it's also going to talk about our grading framework. The grading framework, if you are an upperclassman, is different during remote learning than it is if we were in school. So a lot of you guys, if you're not in 9th grade, you remember that we had 30% minor assessment, 30% major assessment, 20% classwork, and so on. It's actually not going to be looking like that this year. So we're only going to be having minor assessments, and it's important for you guys to check out the remote learning grading framework on the syllabus. Okay, it's really important for you guys to check out the syllabus, read through it, make sure that you have your parent or your guardian there with you and you're reading through the syllabus and making sure that you understand it. Feel free to, email me, contact me, message me through Schoology at any time if you have any questions about it. Your first assignment is actually going to be to click on a form that will have you complete a Google form, pretty much giving me your name, right, and that checking off that you've read and that you understand and you agree with the syllabus. It's also going to have your parent or guardian in the same form kind of check that off also. So if you check both of those off, saying that you and your parent agree and you read through it, then I'm assuming that you've read it and that your parent or guardian also read it and that we're all on the same page. All right? You're going to have assignments every other day to complete, and they're going to have some type of video or audio of myself, maybe like a PowerPoint, and you'll hear my voice or you'll see my face going through information. You can pause it at any time if you want to take notes. And then there's usually going to be either maybe a discussion board or an assessment, little test type of thing with some questions that you would answer. I always will give you guys 3 chances to take the assessment, and I'll take your highest grade. So let's say, you watch my PowerPoint video and maybe you weren't really paying that much attention, you didn't really take that many notes, or, whatever the case may be, you're preoccupied, you're busy, you got stuff going on at home, and then you go on and you take your assessment and you kind of bomb it, or you don't do as well as you'd hope for. You can always take it again up to 3 times, and I'll take your highest score, right? My hope is that you complete the assessment on the day that you have, or complete any necessary assignments that I give you on the day that I schedule it, that I give it for you. But I'm not going to really be taking many points off at all. Give you guys about a week to get all of it done. But like I said, if you wait a week to get something done, I see you every other day with our assignments, so you're going to have other assignments on top of that, and then it can kind of get confusing and hard for you guys to catch up and keep up. So my suggestion to you would be to kind of take this as a college course type of class, right? I mean, think about it. Like, if we're in college right now, it is your responsibility to get your work done. You're not really going to have many people on you trying to say, hey, don't forget, especially if you go off to college and you're by yourself. It's really like your responsibility. For some of you, you might have felt this a little bit in the spring when we went remote out of nowhere and you guys were kind of stuck having to remember to do things. You didn't have the teacher there, pushing you or guiding you and reminding you to do stuff. So you really want to take this time to get organized, make sure you have everything in order. And that's why I said to try and get that those assignments done within the specific time, just so that it's easier for you, because you have so many other courses that you have to also keep in check as well. Each day I'm going to be having live support sessions, kind of like office hours that we had in the spring. So for the 9th graders that are new here, I'm going to be having an AM 1-hour session that you guys can drop in. It's going to be a live Zoom session. You are not required to go on there. It is only if you have a question for me on an assignment or something that you are confused about or need more clarity. And I'm also going to have a PM session, 1 hour as well. So you're going to have, and every teacher is supposed to have this, so you can kind of jump in and wait your turn, ask me a question, and you can jump off if you want. You don't have to stay the entire hour, but I do want you guys to take a look on Schoology and look for that information. Every week I'll probably have posted my office hours or live support sessions. So if you see those words, you know exactly what that means. You can click it and you will see the times that I will have for each day, morning session and afternoon session, that you can join and ask questions live face-to-face. So that'd be kind of cool. One thing that I do want to start next week is I want to have individual live Zoom classes for each of my health classes. I have 6 health classes this year, so I do want to have one Zoom session for each of my 6, separate classes, maybe like 20 minutes, a half hour long, just so that we can all go on and we can put faces to names. You know, I can't make you guys go on. You don't have to. It's completely voluntary. And if you do go on, I can't make you guys put your video on. But if you feel comfortable and you want to do that, we can all kind of get to know each other a little bit in the beginning of the year. And my idea was that it would help with the transition when we do go back into school. Just look for every other day these daily assignments and assessments that you guys will get from me. I will have the folders on Schoology based on the weeks with outlined, information of what you need to do for those days. If you ever have any questions, make sure that you message me and ask me. It's very important to open up communication, especially because we are not in school right now, and communication can be harder if you don't ask questions. If I don't get any questions from you, I might not know anything's going on, and you might be confused. So I'm here to help you guys and be here for you guys. So let's get this new normal started, and I hope you guys have a great start to your new year, and we will talk soon.